Hello everyone, welcome to Marvel PTE's YouTube channel where we discuss the hacks to crack the reading, speaking, writing and listening section of PTE. In this video, we are going to discuss the real exam questions for reading filling the blanks. This is 18th video in the series. It means that we have already discussed highly repetitive 17 questions. Before getting started, a new useful information for you all guys that PTE is now accepted in UK also. So if you are planning to study in UK or need it for immigration purposes, you can attempt PTE, and PTE is valid in Canada. Now 90% of universities accept PTE, Canadian universities accept PTE, and there is a new test which is Pearson PTE Home. That is an unbiased test. If you want to go for your spouse visa or family visa, you can take PTE Home test. My name is Bhrat Brij and I have scored a perfect 90 in all the 10 skills of PTE. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel because we post such informative and useful videos. Now PTE reading is of 32 to 41 minutes. It has 5 question types and it is not scored out of 90. This is a common misassumption which students have, and the question type order is fixed now in PTE, and the reading filling the blanks which we are going to discuss, they are the second last question in your PTE reading module, and this is real reading scoring of PTE reading module. And from that you can see that reading filling the blanks are important, your reading and writing filling the blanks are important. Multiple choice, multiple answers you can simply ignore, and you can also ignore multiple choice, single answers. So this is today's topic of discussion. We are now going to discuss this reading filling the blank, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds. You can forward this video if you have gone through this already, or else I will request you to spend 30 seconds on skimming this content, and your time starts now. Okay, so first of all, what we have to do is we have to skim the content so that we can understand its context correctly, and then only we will get to know the tone, the tense, because these are important strategies when you are solving your reading filling the blanks, and grammar is also very important when it comes to cracking your PTE reading. Just one thing I want to tell you is this is one of the toughest exam questions for reading filling the blanks we have encountered, and it has come repetitively post COVID, so that's why we are going to discuss this. A lot of students has given us the feedback, yes sir, this has come in my paper, so this is the reason I'm explaining this. So first of all, you need a good vocab for solving this. Along with vocab, we are going to see the grammar, if it plays any part in solving this reading filling the blank. So let's get started. Of course, there were many different enlightenments, and scholars still argue about which was the real torchbearer. However, despite their quarrelsome diversity, the Enlightenment thinkers shared intellectual traits, intellectual autonomy of tradition and authority as infallible sources of truth, something of bigotry and persecution, of something to pre-inquiry, that in Francis Bacon words, knowledge is power. So you saw how difficult, you can say tough or rich vocab this reading filling the blank has. And now let's discuss the difficult words, important words one by one. Before that, let me quickly erase this. And now, so what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is like sense of understanding. When you understand something very clearly, you say that I am enlightened. Okay. Then scholars, you know that scholars are those who are knowledgeable people. Real torchbearer, or you can say torchbearer is a person or something which inspires towards a goal, okay, towards some goal, person or something which inspires other people. So over here, which is the real torchbearer, we are talking about many enlightenments. However, despite their quarrelsome, you know that quarrelsome, like which when there is a fighting taking place, so it's related to quarrel. Diversity, you know that diversity means range. Most Enlightenment thinkers shared certain intellectual means related to intellect, related to their knowledge. Traits means characteristics, right? It's important to understand these words so that you understand the context, you understand how we have to solve this reading filling the blank. And on intellectual autonomy. Intellectual autonomy, you can say like a freedom to think about yourself, okay? Self-thinking freedom, more or less self-thinking freedom. This is your intellectual autonomy, that you are free to think about something related to yourself. And a tradition and authority as infallible. Infallible means that something which cannot be wrong, okay? Like it's going to be always correct, right? Like we say that there are certain taboos which we can consider like that we are talking about the taboos. Or you can consider something like sunrises in east, okay? So it's like it's an infallible source, right? This is the truth, okay? And bigotry is like a hatred, when you are hatred someone due to, or you can say when you are behaving wrongly or badly due to have difference of opinions. And persecution is also ill treatment due to racism, or you consider caste differences or something like this. More or less it is related to the, you can say, ill treatment of people due to racism. Free inquiry, you know that. Knowledge is power, you know that. So you see how difficult it is, this whole para is to solve. But now we are going to see how to solve things. But let me clear this one again. Now you must know that there will be always plus 3 blanks in your question. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 options. So number of blanks which you will be always 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You saw? So there will be always plus 3 additional blanks. Now we are going to see how to fill. But to fill, it is important that you should have knowledge of your vocab, grammar. So what is over here about intellectual autonomy? We are now going to see the connotations. Okay, connotation is your association. Like if some words are associated with positive words, some words are associated with negative words. So over here, dislike, you can say that it's having negative connotation or association. Insistence, you insist on something good, so it can be positive. For conclusion, it will be neutral. Commitment is generally positively connotated. Thought, you can say as a neutral. Rejection is again negative connotation. Proposal, either positive or neutral. And belief is again positive or neutral. Now we are going to see why I have told you about these connotations, and we are going to solve our blanks on the basis of these connotations. So over here, if you see something on intellectual autonomy, I told you what is intellectual autonomy. It's like when you are having freedom to think about yourself. So yes, it is something related to a positive thing. So which ones are the negative? We are going to use process of elimination. That is our best friend forever. In that, what we have to do is we eliminate the negative options and we just keep the positive ones. So let's see which ones we can eliminate. So yes, we have decided the connotation is positive. So we can quickly remove or reject the negative connotated words. So we are left with these many words. Now we have to see which one is filling over here appropriately. So insistence, yes, it's a positive connotation. Conclusion, it cannot be like this. Conclusion on autonomy, okay? It cannot be filled like this, but yes, insistence on intellectual autonomy makes a lot of sense. Commitment on, no, it doesn't make sense. Commitment to or towards, we generally say I'm committed to you, I'm committed to this goal. So it is always to or towards. Similarly, thought on, no, it's generally thought of, thought for. Proposal also doesn't make sense. Proposal on intellectual autonomy. Proposal means when something is proposed or is not true, but we are talking about the traits which enlightenment thinkers have. So it cannot be something which is proposed, which is not established yet. We are talking about their characteristics, so they would be established. So we are going to eliminate proposal also. Belief, yes, it makes sense. Belief on intellectual autonomy. Belief is like when you trust something which is not validated, but you assume it or you trust it that yes, this is truth. So that is what you have done, is you have shortlisted 2 options. One will be insistence and second will be your belief. We are going to see which one is going to be filled based on our grammar, but let's keep these two options for now. And we have selected insistence. The reason I'm going to tell you in the due course. Now, a something of tradition and authority as infallible sources of truth. It means that which cannot be wrong. So what it will be, the connotation is negative, right? They are saying they believe that something which cannot be proved wrong, or which is, they do not believe in that. So the connotation will be negative. Now the words which you have is dislike and rejection for this. These are the words which have a negative connotation or association. Now what we are going to do is we are going to fill up them one by one. A dislike of tradition or rejection of tradition. Okay, so what is tradition? What you believe is that yeah, these are the rituals which take place, these are the things which we believe in, so that is tradition. So you cannot dislike tradition, right? You cannot, because you can accept or reject something, okay, regarding to tradition, but you do not say that I dislike that tradition, this tradition. Either you accept the tradition or you reject the traditions. So I have given you a hint. So over here the answer is going to be rejection, because you reject which others can accept. Okay, now moving on to the next one, or something of bigotry and persecution. Now what is this? These are again negatively connotated words, right? It's related to when you do not treat people nicely due to one reason, like opinions, or when you believe due to racism. So now there is going to be dislike. This is the negative connotated word which is left. So we are going to fill over here like a dislike of, because yes, you hate it, right? You hate when someone is treated badly due to racism. So that's why we are going to fill dislike over here. Moving on to the next one, a commitment. Why? Because I told you this is a phrasal verb, commitment to or towards. We had told you earlier also. So you are going to fill commitment over here. Okay. Now a something that knowledge is power. Again, the connotation is positive, and if you are going to fill one by one, a conclusion that no, they are not concluding something. A thought that knowledge is power. How a thought can be trait, right? Proposal again cannot be trait, because characteristic, think from that point of view, they have that qualities or abilities, they cannot be regarding thought or proposal. Now what we are left with, we are simply left with one, which is belief, and we are going to fill up belief over here. Another reason I want to tell is this: students often confuse, or they put belief over here and then they think that so can insistence come over here. The answer is no. Why the answer is no? There is a simple logic. If you see over here, it is a consonant. You know that from the rules of grammar, you cannot have a vowel with a consonant. So if it is A, you cannot have insistence over here. So that's why the other positive connotated word is your belief, and you are going to have it here. So I hope you got it, how to solve your reading fill in the blanks based on your grammar, based on your vocab. So all these answers are correct. And always remember, you have 2 or 2.5 minutes to solve your reading fill in the blanks. In the first 30 to 60 seconds, you are going to skim the content. In the next 90 to 120 seconds, you have to look for clues. You have to find pointers, and you can use process of elimination, which we have used today also. And all the strategies which we teach are validated and proven strategies. Now you are going to ask, what is the proof, sir? So these are our recent scorecards. You can see students have scored 90, 79, 86, 90. All our strategies which we teach are going to work. This is our WhatsApp number 8699121121. You can WhatsApp us if you have any questions or doubts, or you want to take online coaching. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel, because we post such videos on a regular basis. We give wings to your dreams.